Randell and welcome back to my channel for another weekly workshop update. A number of things have happened this week, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Basically, work-wise this week, might as well start there, right? Work-wise this week has been kind of steady. It's not too busy, not too slow. Basically right now with tax season, it's kind of a downturn for business. Basically, we'll pick back up probably end of March, beginning of April, and we'll be busy again through summer. So this week we did do a few jobs. We did a final grade, a deck grade. Before we did the deck grade, we actually had to remove the existing brick pavers that were on the previous lanai. So I removed all that, did the deck grade, hauled a load of dirt away off of a job site. It was just excess from the pool dig. That's pretty much it though. So I've been keeping busy myself. This week I did have a full day off, so I kind of utilized the time to the best of my ability. I didn't have any orders going on. I have, like I've been talking about in the last couple weeks, I've been self-promoting more, so I am continuing to get orders, but the orders I had this week were all pre-made items. And by that I mean that about a year ago I was going to do a craft show that got canceled, so I have an abundance of a standard item that I sell. So I usually either customize it to the customer's liking or just use it as a basis for another project. Anyway, so I sold a couple of those this week. Nothing too crazy. I do have an order for a Wisconsin and a Florida silhouette. I haven't really begun working on them too much because we're still working out a little bit of the details, but those will be upcoming. You'll probably see those in next week's update. Other than that, in the workshop, I've been just trying to make progress on the desk. At this point, the desk is 90% assembled. Might as well say 90, I suppose. The top, I don't think you can see it, but it's at the end of the table behind me. It's got the glass drying. I used the E6000 epoxy just to adhere it to the top. I do want to let it hinge, so I want to make sure the glass isn't going to be falling out anytime I decide to open the cabinet and upgrade or whatever it may be with the actual computer. So the desk is pretty much done. I stained it. It is in the house. The only thing I'm waiting on is the top, but that's not really a big deal because at this point I haven't begun the computer build, and it's probably going to be a little easier working with the top removed. So I'll probably wait until the computer is completely finished, and then I'll put the top on, put the hinges, and go from there. Let's see. Work, orders, the airboat build. So the airboat has been moving along. Not really that much progress from last week, just kind of been polishing things up. So basically the cage is complete for the most part. It still needs to mesh around the cage like we talked about last week. It's about halfway done with the mesh right now. Should be finishing it up tomorrow afternoon. That's pretty much it though. So as of right now, if I had to estimate it, as long as the track continues, it should be maybe 2 weeks until the boat's finished, probably another week or so after that, so 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks until the video's out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. The previous video I did the build video, and then I did just a maiden voyage. So I think the video worked out pretty well in that aspect. The only difference in this case is I have more video content versus pictures because the previous build was so old when it began that it kind of bled into each other, so it didn't really make, there's really no old video content. This time I have content from the whole entire building of the cage so far. I'll get, content moving forward, so the video will be longer, or the build portion will be longer. So I may do a build video and then the maiden voyage. I may combine them. We'll have to see how the build video turns out. But all moving along, all progress, so all good things. this time, the Airboat, maybe 3 weeks to a month for the first portion of the video. The desk build I will be editing beginning tomorrow. There will be the desk build video and then the computer build. I'm going to try to document the computer build as much as I can. I know a little bit about computers, but I am very intimidated right now building this computer. So I have a friend of mine who builds computers on the side. He's built a number for himself, a number for, just side customers. And he's going to actually help me. So hopefully tomorrow when he comes over, we can knock it out and get it in place. May be a little tricky because normally you're building a computer in a case that's meant to take a motherboard, so it has mounts already. That is not the case with me, so I've got to mount everything as I go. So that may be a little bit of a hiccup, but hopefully that gets done and I can get working on that video as well. So you'll have, like I said, like I was saying, I want to try to document that build process as much as possible because I am very curious myself. So I'm going to document it not only for me, but I'm sure there are others out there that may be just as intimidated as I am. From what I've seen and watched and talked to this gentleman about, it's not that big of a deal. But when you're sitting in front of a pile of electronics, it kind of gets to you a little bit. So I'm going to document it. Hopefully somebody will get some insight out of it. Maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe I can talk this gentleman into doing a complete how-to video, but we'll see. That's pretty much it. Desk build, computer build, Airboat video, all on the horizon. I will continue with these workshop updates. I am trying to be as consistent as possible. I know that the day that I'm releasing has continued to change and sway, and I'm trying to refine that a little bit. The problem is I do some work during the week and the majority of the work on the weekend, and I try to get the video out Sunday or Monday. I may have to change that and start shooting for like a Wednesday. That way I can have enough time to work on the weekend and then edit. So we'll see how that goes. But that is it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe if you did. If you don't subscribe, or subscribe if you don't already. Make sure to click that notification. That way you'll get notified when I do upload this desk build, this computer build, and this Airboat build. All very cool stuff. Much more projects on the way. I've already got several requests, several ideas. So I'm kind of lined up for video content that I've got ideas for. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to try to continue to push and be as consistent as possible in 2018. So hope you guys enjoy and follow along. Have a good one, guys, and I will catch you next time.